Hello, call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash. Call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Sorry. Coming to you, giving all praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash, the great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, the spirits of heaven and earth. I come before the name Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's right arm, my redeemer, my comfort, and my salvation. And only when I plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for our salvation. And giving our respects and honor as well to GMS Great Millstone, the one who gave me this secret wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and open my spiritual eyes to see the truth, and giving our respect to the men that follow, giving respect as well to the Akim, the ones that's out there pushing the plow on their own, risking their freedom in their life to do so, being without guile, knowing the truth, and giving our respect to the Aquath, the women that with men or without men that are listening in silence and praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and learning. Shalom. And welcome to another one of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's videos in the spirit. He put it upon my spirit to do it. It's a lot of great things or interesting things that are happening. And all these nations, which you see, this is just a representation of the different nations of the Edomites, all these nations are on the brink of war. You know what I'm saying? Mainly it'll start with the war in Russia and Ukraine right now. We're starting to see strange signs of WW3 being on horizon. It's not going to be all out brink out war at this point, but it's dawning. You know what I'm saying? So it's best just to wax strong in the faith and stop doing the things that you do, and to convert and to change, and be converted to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in the name of Yahushai. I got a saying, what's complicated is simple, and what's simple is complicated. So right now it's simple. Throw away all the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing all the bad things that you do, like smoking, over drinking, drug, like popping pills, gang banging, prostitution, even throw away your riches if you have to. That's the truth, because if the riches blind you and keep you away from Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, then get rid of that too, get rid of the things that, no matter how hard it is, overcome the spirits that God put over you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, overcome the spirits of this world, So you got to, overcome that, these things that's upon you, so you can get to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Lord is actually, we're nearing the end of the grace period, of everybody getting into the doors of repentance. You know what I'm saying? And all hell is about to break loose pretty much, and we're seeing signs of that occurring. So right now, you got to get in to the doors of repentance during this grace period, because afterwards, when the famine of the word hit and Jacob's trouble arrives, you won't have that time anymore. The Lord is not going to listen anymore. You know what I'm saying? Right now, like I said, what's complicated is simple, and what's simple is complicated. So right now, it's simple. Drop everything that you're doing pretty much, and get to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Get to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Find the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Pray to the Lord. Beg for forgiveness and get clean. You know what I'm saying? While there's still that little time left. Because you don't have a lot of, from the signs that we're seeing right now today in the world, you really don't have too much time left. You know what I'm saying? To get to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. For anybody that's listening to this record, find the Lord and, get to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in the name of Yahushai. Know his name. Get a cord. You know what I'm saying? Cut them big old dreads off your head. Grow a beard out, especially for the men. Become a man. Go to the highways and byways. If you got time, go find GMS Millstone. Go join their camp. If you don't have time, make time to do your own videos. Go out to the highways and byways and clean yourself up, because it all starts with you asking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in the name of Yahushai. And it starts with that, you know what I'm saying? And then in your commitment, the Lord ain't gonna do everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to do certain things to show you how about Shem Yahushai that you worthy of his praise. You know what I'm saying? Or not, let's say it a better way, that you can clean up, and the Lord can deem you for that repentance so you can be in the house of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the name Yahushai, and be ready for these times to come, because it's a lot of times that's great times and great tribulations that's about to begin. And everybody see it, like, from the stuff that's happening in Ukraine mainly, and like they said, World War I and World War II, the way they invaded Russia was through Ukraine. So Russia is bulking down and we're ready to take over Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? To stop NATO's expansion. But as we would see it now, NATO keeps on expanding. So, from what we know, they gonna end up going to war eventually, and it's gonna lead to an all-out war, which is WW3. But before WW3 occurs, Jacob's Trouble gotta happen. The MOTB must be issued out. The MOTB chip must be issued out, and then World War III, and then the second coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it should go. It says, don't be surprised, the end is not nigh. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to chop it up right now. I'm too excited, but you can read some of these verses. You know what I'm saying? And get a better feel of what's going on right now. And I got a couple of videos myself that I done made, so people can get more of a picture of what's happening, So right now we are in, let's see. Oh, right here. This is a good one. This is a good one. I love our book of Isaiah. So if you see me turn to most of it, I do the best I can not to. But for some reason, I love the book of Isaiah. I can go to Proverbs. I go everywhere in this book. But, sometimes you'll see me kind of flip and turn to this, because right here is like one of the big chunks, like a brink of chaos. And you go to Revelation, it's even worse. You know what I'm saying? But, for some reason, I like Isaiah. I like the Ecclesiasticus. I like Jonas, you know what I'm saying? I like Esdras. I like Maccabees, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't see me going into certain things, it's because I'm stuck on a certain chapter of the book sometimes. And it got a lot of breakdowns in it, So it's good to revise. It's good to do study, And right now I'm on that level to where I can do videos, you know what I'm saying? And send out the word and do the best that I can, to show the Lord that I love him, and do the best that I can to help, you know what I'm saying, in the building of the third temple. So, you got to do the best that you can, man. So it says, which chapter are we on? 14, verse 12. How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations? For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit on the mountain. I will sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depths of the pit. Meaning that right now we are at the point in time to where these Edomites are falling out of rule. You know what I'm saying? With they system, they nations, you know what I'm saying, they money, they people, they're being moved out of power, and the kingdom of heaven shall be translated from one people to another. You know what I'm saying? So it's the rise and it's the fall of Esau. When you're seeing sparks like that and the dawning of what they call WW3, World War III, or Woe 3, you know what I'm saying, you'll start to understand, like, okay, this is the Golden Empire is coming to an end, and the second rise of the Roman Empire is about to fall, But before Woe 3 comes into full blast, you got Jacob's Trouble, you got the MOTV, then you got Woe 3, and then you have the second coming. So nothing is going to really, it's going to kick off, but when the MOTB is announced, then that's when it's really going to set on fire. So it says, those who see you will gaze at you and consider you, saying, is this the man who made the earth to tremble, who shook kingdoms, who made the world as a wilderness and destroyed its cities, who did not open the house of his prisoners? So, he took us into slavery, you know what I'm saying? He took over kingdoms, he even put his own kingdoms in fear, Edom put the rest of the kingdoms in fear by attacking them and robbing them and taking their resources, all kinds of terrible things that this white man has done. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, he still hasn't let go of the Israelites. We are still under his rule. We're still in slavery. So that's the icing on the cherry on top is the Israelites being in slavery, because God could really care less what the devil do to himself and his own people. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the real attention is going on the jewels that he carrying. And not only that, he's been doing a lot of damage to the world, you know. So it's time for him to be moved out of his power. And everybody is happy and grateful that this is happening. But while it draws closer and we are on the train, we got the train on the tracks, it's on track, you know, with the end and with the coming tribulations and all that, you know, you got to worry about the people that don't want it to happen. You got to worry about these people that want to kill you and hurt you. You got to worry about um, the tribulation that's about to begin. You got to make sure that you're ready spiritually and physically. You got to, spiritually, you got to get that ark ready, you know, because the times is coming for all this to fall apart. You know, different riots, destruction, race wars, women and their children being killed. You know what I'm saying? You know, like buildings getting blown up. You got to be ready to run. You know, you got to know the word as well. You know, you got to have training. You know, I met this guy at the store, and he think he know all that. You know, talking about there's a way to escape these things. Talking about some underground railroad that's going to Africa or fleeing into the mountains. You know, and he doesn't really know what he's talking about. I'm like, that's not what it really means. You know what I'm saying? Some of these verses have to do with the past, you know, and some of the verses got a lot to do with the future. So, you know, it ain't no underground railroad tunnel that's going to lead you all the way to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Just ridiculousness. You can't escape judgment at the end of the day. If Yahweh wants you for whatever you've done and you haven't repented, then he's going to get you. There's no escape. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you could do is, you know, be on the run and stay on the run. But, you know, it ain't no tunnel. You can't just flee to the mountains that easily. You know what I'm saying? You can only just run, hide from place to place. There's all kind of ways that the Lord is going to deliver his people and save us. You know what I'm saying? But slightly, in my opinion, he was kind of going off. And he wants to go, you know, thinking carnally, like, oh, you just going to escape and run away from this stuff. No, you can't. You got to have faith. You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the name of Yahushai will protect you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be clean. You know, you got to be ready. You got to be according, you know what I'm saying, to how God wants you to be. You can't just say certain things and do certain things and think like, okay, God is just going to let you survive. It's not going to be that way. It's not going to be that easy, especially you don't put in the work. You don't do your presentations. You don't go to the highways and byways. You're not following the rules as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You're not teaching your kids what this is really about. Especially if you got kids and you got a family. That's even more of a greater responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just got family, you know what I'm saying? At least let them know what's going on and tell them what's going down. It's up to them to change or not. You know, but most importantly, it's more that's to be required. It's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? But as you know, as progress goes, when you get more and more to the word, it can be that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already in the word, you already on point. So you know, you got your beard, you got your afro. So all you got to do is, you know, and the brother was wearing dreads and he didn't have a beard. You know, now you gotta grow your beard out. You gotta cut your dreads off. You know what I'm saying? Grow your nice little afro, wear your beard out. You know, because you know Yahweh Shai is not of this world. So when he sees his people be in accord and being to where he wanted, you know what I'm saying, then he's going to recognize you, going to remember you, and then if he wants to, he can go over us and not destroy us. You know what I'm saying? So like they said, who knows if the Lord will fly past you and or either destroy you or leave you with a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And leave behind a blessing. Who knows? But the whole thing is to have faith and know Yahweh Shem Yahushai has protected you. He gave us food. He gave us water. He didn't destroy us in our wickedness. You know what I'm saying? He allowed us to come into the word, those of us, allowed us to get clean. So, you know, if the Lord will take care of you right now, he's going to take care of you later. So, but for the brothers and sisters that's not a part of it, you got to get ready for this because these events are taking place. And every day is going faster and faster. The more you linger, the more you don't do what the Lord wants you to do, the more and more those gates close, those doors close of repentance, and you can't get into the Lord's house. When they close, they shut. There's no way. There literally is no way after that. After the doors, who's going to have time to read the Bible during these days of tribulation? It just told you right here. It says, how are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations? For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will also sit in the mount of the congregation. Meaning that he's going to sit above the stars, because the stars are the Israelites. I will also sit on the mount of congregation on the farthest sides of the north. He's in North America. He wants to be the church. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. He up in space. I will be like the Most High, yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depths of the pit. And anybody that doesn't have, you see how I broke it down, because I listened to Great Millstone. So I'm breaking it down as I read the scriptures. They're meant to be broke down. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the breakdowns, and you got to understand certain words to know what God is actually talking about. And you got to know like certain simple history. You know what I'm saying? Dig into history, go and read it out. You know, I got to read about 70 AD, and I got to refresh myself on the Renaissance, and I got to refresh myself on the what's that? The 1,000-year reign, the Black Plague incident. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, the Israelites fell out of power, and the Lord had unleashed Esau, Edom back on the Israelites and put them out of power out there in Russia, and out there in, you know, London and England, and, well, mainly Russia, you know what I'm saying, certain places like that, and put them back into slavery. So you got to sharpen up on these things and know certain things in order to descript the Bible. You know, major parts of it, if you don't know, it's easy to go to Great Millstone and go and find out. They're going to give you the breakdowns, vocabulary words. They're going to give you everything that you need to know. Because it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times, the strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is a treasure. So you got to understand. You got to understand these things. That way you'll be stable, and you won't lose your damn mind when all this stuff happens, especially during the riots and everything crashing, and the crash of the dollar, like it just said. It said, those who see you will gaze at you and consider you, saying, is this the man who made the earth to tremble, who shook kingdoms, who made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed its cities, who did not open the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, all of them, sleep in glory, even everyone in his own house. But you are cast out of your grave like an abominable branch, like the garment of those who are slain, thrust through with a sword, who go down to the stones of the pit, like corpses trodden underfoot. You will not be joined with burial, because you have destroyed your land and slain your people. A brood of evildoers shall never be named. Meaning that it's going to be a time and day to where God blot out the Edomites, and ain't going to be no more evil white people destroying everything and inhabiting everything and sitting in front of people in their great wickedness, not giving a damn about how, you know what I'm saying, everybody else think or feel about them, and they just do what they want, and no one can do anything about it. Nah, it ain't going to be like that no more. You know what I'm saying? We can go to Esdras, because I got a lot of notes and stuff that I've been taking notes of for years. You know what I'm saying? So it says, it says right here in Esdras, right here, every people walked after their own will and did wonderful things before thee, and despised the command, and despised the commandments. Meaning that people didn't care about the word. People didn't, you know what I'm saying, even flinch or even open the Bible. You know, they might have scurried past your videos and all that too. Like, oh, there they go again, I don't want to hear them. You know, you got people like that. You got people that'll come up, listen to you, go away, you'll never see them again. You know what I'm saying? You got people that sit there and take it into account for the moment, and then it'll pass away, you know, like wind. You know what I'm saying? So it says Esdras, 2nd Esdras 3 verses 9, again in the process of time thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyest them. So, you know, the Lord is not going to destroy the world to that scale. You know what I'm saying? But he is going to destroy the world to quite the damage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they were as in the days of Noah shall be, so the coming to of the, no, as in the days of Noah shall be the coming of the Son of Man, meaning that it's going to be unto like the days of Noah. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was like the prophet said, it took Noah 145 years to build the ark, but he was the only prophet on the world that was preaching about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the Lord's name was just completely gone. People never cared about it. People didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Until that flood came and then Noah saved Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and his and their wives and his wife, and he saved his family, and they were the only genealogy to survive the great deluge. And every single religion around the world got their own story of the deluge, so you can't lie. They all got their story of the great flood. Nearly 95%, or at least 80% of the world is covered in water as a remembrance to this day. You got scuba divers jumping into the water, and they finding underwater cities that have been swallowed during that deluge. You know, so you got to understand that the end of times ain't gonna be no joke, but this is what's happening during the end of times. They didn't care about nothing. And it says Esdras 3 verses 10, and it came to pass in it came to pass in every one of them that was as death, waste. My bad, because I was writing so fast. Wait, excuse that, because my handwriting is terrible. Exactly, it says, nevertheless, Esdras verse 11, nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom come all the righteous men. Meaning that, like I just said, he took the remnant that he chose and got him up out of there, and everybody else was killed. So you gotta understand, but it's gonna be a nice little remnant that's gonna survive, you know what I'm saying, during Jacob's trouble and the MOTB and following up to World War III. But you know, for my brothers and sisters, the Negroes, Mexicans, the Indians, who are the children of Israel, I would want to try and be a part of that number right now, because time is very short. It is. And if I was you, I would want to go and join up with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, at least try to do the work, or, you know, believe and pray, you know, clean yourself up and get things on board. Get your ark spiritually prepared, because the flood is coming. You don't want to be one of these people that wake up and ask what's going on, and everybody rioting and killing each other, you know what I'm saying, and destroying everything, and you don't know why, what, a clue, why, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. You don't fucking know. So, you know, I got this video that I had made, and this is what's going on in Ukraine right now.
Claims from Ukraine tonight that there are more signs of aggression. Ukrainian police released this video saying that the damage includes more aftermath of shelling from Russian separatists, leaving bullet holes in homes and shattered glass in the streets. Russia is as ready as they can be. That's the word right now from senior U.S. defense officials, who say that war could happen at any hour. Russian military forces move further into Ukraine as Ukraine mobilizes thousands of military reservists with the declaration of a nationwide state of emergency. Crippling sanctions already in place from the U.S. and the EU, with the promise of more to come if the crisis gets any worse. ABC News Live has reports from Ukraine, Russia, and the White House. The man behind the mayhem, who is Russian President Vladimir Putin? We detail the modern-day Tsar's rise to power, his absolute authority over the world's largest country, and his early years inside the KGB, the main security agency for the Soviet Union.
If we talk about Putin's strategic goals, actually it's only one, and it's very simple, as for every dictator, is to stay in power forever.
A first-hand account of what happened the night Breonna Taylor was killed by officers executing a no-knock warrant.
I heard somebody saying, I believe that was breathe, baby, breathe.
Taylor's neighbor testifies about what he called an unorganized plan from police in the only charges even connected to that deadly shooting. Entering a new phase of the pandemic, the Biden administration is is preparing to shift its strategy from crisis mode to something a little closer to normal life. The new benchmarks the CDC could release to help guide communities in their restriction rollback. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Davis. Thank you so much for streaming with us. We begin tonight perhaps on the precipice of the first major armed conflict in Europe since World War II, with potential dire and far-reaching implications for us all. The Pentagon says Russian forces are as ready as they can be to invade Ukraine. New satellite images tonight appear to show just that. Troops positioned with equipment at the ready on farms that were emptied just weeks ago. Ukraine's President Zelensky responded by declaring a state of emergency in Ukraine that will last for 30 days. He also mobilized thousands of military reservists, and late today he posted a video saying he tried to call Putin and the result was silence. He then added, although silence should be in Donbass. And more sanctions today from the U.S. and its allies trying to make Russia feel it financially. President Biden imposed new sanctions on the company that built the Nord Stream pipeline. Meantime, in Moscow, a holiday there today celebrating the armed forces. Putin laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. We have team coverage once again of this developing situation. Let's begin with Ian Pannell on the ground tonight in Kyiv.
Tonight, the United States warning Ukraine a full-scale Russian invasion is imminent.
They are ready to go right now.
At least 150,000 Russian troops along the border are poised to strike at any moment. Facing them, an estimated 250,000 Ukrainian troops ready to defend their country. A state of emergency now in place across Ukraine. Videos circulating online showing attacks that Ukrainian authorities blame on separatists backed by Russia in eastern Ukraine. The separatists, without any evidence, now claiming Ukrainian forces are the aggressors. They're now formally asking Russia to help under their Mutual Defense Pact, signed this week when Vladimir Putin unilaterally declared the region independent. Pentagon officials saying tonight they think the Kremlin's deploying more troops there.
We certainly believe that additional Russian military forces are moving into that region.
A defiant Putin visiting Russia's tomb of the unknown soldiers today. He says he's ready to provide not only military assistance to separatists in the Donbass region in eastern Ukraine, but to recognize their claims to an area roughly 70% larger than what they currently hold. But the US fears Putin may want more than that. New videos appear to show Russian forces massing ever closer to the Ukrainian border. These satellite images reveal the intense Russian buildup. This field, once empty, now filled with Russian military equipment. The US also saying Russia's moving in field medical units and blood supplies in the...
And there you have it, you know what I'm saying? And then next you know, during the process before World War III, you're going to have shit like this happening. Give me a break. All them riots and all that destruction that's about to kick off here because of economic collapse, the fall of the dollar, and Jacob's trouble. They're showing you it to get you prepared. So when it happens, you can't be surprised and act like you didn't know. And this is for the people who don't have the mark. You know, people who got the mark know the true name of the Lord, been doing what they're supposed to do, doing the best they can. We gonna be on a better end than these people will. So much destruction, it ain't even gonna be funny. It's more of a moment if I told you so than anything. And a little word from the high prophets.
It's not even possible for us to keep all the laws, but keep the ones you can keep. This is GMS must endure, backing us up, that the Most High is not going to give his truth to an abominable sinner. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4, for into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin.
Amen.
The Lord ain't going to give you, he ain't going to open it up unto you.
If you don't mean it, then you're not gonna receive it.
There can no good come to him that is constantly doing evil. I'm paraphrasing that. No good is going to come to you if you're constantly doing evil. That's even by worldly standards. This is GMS Salakia, Virgin out of Straight Gate. Ecclesiastes 17:25. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. See the way that's written? It didn't say don't offend at all. It said offend less.
Amen.
It's not possible that we cannot offend because we're in sinful flesh. So we will do things from time to time, but you're supposed to lessen that. Lessen those offenses more and more day to day. That's how you grow. You know, Apostle Ramla just made a lesson recently last week. If you're not growing, you're not of the elect. GMS saints of the Most High, Ecclesiastes 2 and 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Can't put it more plain than that. I'm going to go back to the Virgin out of Straight Gate. Ecclesiastes 17:25. Return unto the Lord, and forsake thy sins. May thy prayer before his face, and offend less. Turn again to the Most High, and turn away from iniquity. So if cigarettes, which is iniquity, is sin, if that's something that you got a Lord over here, you're supposed to turn away from the cigarette and focus on the Lord. Right? Turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently. If it's something that's an abomination and you've had it, or you was dealing with it, you're supposed to hate that thing. Learn to hate iniquity. And you know, that's pretty much it, brothers. So to wild everybody, this is brother got a bad scripture. Al Yadi, Sabak 120.
Yep, and that's from the high priest, GMS narrator, teacher C7, one of the high prophets that I listen to and I get all my information from Apostle Tahar to Apostle Gabar, GMS Maccabean Spirit, King Yahweh the Maccabees, Idwam, Idbab, of course GMS narrator, GMS teacher narrator C7, or you know he has a name, but you know that's what I call them for the moment. You know by the web names and YouTube channel names, and you know mine's is Halal Yahweh, praise Yahweh. You know and listen to the other high teachers and the high priests that know everything. You know things that I don't know. So that's what's happening. The prophecy is going out into play. You know what I'm saying? The prophets is putting it in at a high time, high energy. You got a lot of prophets that's working around the clock, non-stop, even faster, because they know that Jacob's trouble is about to happen. They know the economic crash is about to happen. Fall of the dollar, that's about to happen. Great sedition of men is about to occur. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's spiritually needing help. So this is the advice. This is by them studying the word and letting them know what's going on. The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai should be the beginning. You should fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai with all your heart, with all your mind. And you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, love your brother as you love yourself. But the first law right there is the fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai and name Yahushai with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. You can't do anything if you don't fear the Lord. You can't change if you don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why a lot of people, you know, they undermine the Lord. They don't listen to God, and they don't fear him. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord say, do you not fear me? You know what I'm saying? Are you not afraid of, you know, me? You know, that's what God say in the Bible. And people are undermining him and they not fearing him. You know, and you just seen the riots and all that. That's they make movies of this shit and they expect you to get something clicked in your mind to tell you, okay, these things are about to occur, these things are about to happen. You know, maybe I should get my life together. Maybe I should stop all the bad things that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should convert and be an Israelite and go back to my Lord. You know, this is the things that should be put into your mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the rest of the brothers and sisters that's out there and they don't care about the word. It's sad when the Lord love them and care about them. He put them in the place he put them because, no, they got to where they got far in the game in life because of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the name Yahushai. The Lord put you on certain places, you know what I'm saying, to humble you, you know, whether you was rich or whether you was a bum, you know what I'm saying. But like most of the time, the bulk of the Israelites is coming from being poor, you know what I'm saying, because we are poor. It's not a lot of, it's not, it is a nice handful of Israelites that's per se balling, you know what I'm saying, or rich. You know, you got a cool handful, but not all of them. A lot of the bulk of them are poor. You know what I'm saying? The bulk of us is sitting in a low place. You know what I'm saying? You even got people who do believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and is homeless. You know, they don't have homes. You know, so this is a part of the sins that the white man got to face. The charges, he got so many charges against him, and they you know, he got served with a probable cause. He got caught red-handed. All the things that he been doing is proof to it, is history to it. It's all true. So when the Most High come to kick him in his butt, you can't feel bad when the Lord is ripping these white people apart, these Edomites apart. You can't feel bad when God snatch your friends out the way and kill your family because they didn't listen to the word. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're Israelite and God take out your family and he be killing the closest people that you love. You was running, your girlfriend got shot up. You know what I'm saying? That's how Yahweh really moves. So let's get to what else the Lord is about to do, because he's very upset. The Lord ain't happy, man. He's very upset. It says, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 19. We're at the end of 19. So it says, like the garment of those who are slain, thrust through with the sword, who go down to the stones of the pit, like a corpse trodden underfoot, you shall not be joined with them in burial, because you have destroyed your land and slain your people. A brood of evildoers shall never be named. Prepare slaughter for his children because of the iniquities of their fathers, lest they rise up, possess the land, and fill the face of the world with cities. Exactly. And that's what they did. This is interpretation of the Edomites in all the different nations. You know what I'm saying? Chinese, Russia, America, Germany, Canada, you know what I'm saying? You know, well, America's in Canada, but you know, what's another one? Paris, London, England. You know, you got some of them even in Africa. You know, Beijing, China, Japan. You know, they took over a lot of stuff. They took over the world. They owned the world. You know, so this is an interpretation of the other nations and the legions that's coming to fight against Jacob. You know, because whether the rest of the Israelites know it or not, they come in to persecute and to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Because you pushed the Lord aside. You didn't want to hear what God had to say. You didn't love the Lord, you know? And the Lord is awesome, man. He gave you so much time. He gave you years of time. Ever since Alba Bibbins came onto the scene, which was Elijah the prophet, and really released the truth, we had a lot of time, like 50 to 60 years, probably to 80 to 90 years to get this right, you know? to get it all down packed. So when it all comes to head in the next, probably in the next couple of months, most likely, I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff happened in the next couple of months following to next year. I wouldn't be surprised, because that's how short time is. It's very short, you know. So that's his people, and that's the true wickedness of the white man. They a bunch of devils, demons, monsters, you know what I'm saying? And when the Lord come, he gonna destroy them. He gonna destroy them all. You know what I'm saying? For them, for making fun of him, for killing all his people. You know what I'm saying? And they're the one vessel is made for wrath, and another one, no, one vessel is made for peace, and one vessel is made for destruction. So you gotta understand that these people was made to be destroyed. You join hand in hand with them, the Lord is gonna be like, okay, you believe and you idolize him, so I'm gonna kill you at default. And it's whatever manner that you're doing, because a lot of things that we learned from the white man. You know what I'm saying? What's different right now is that we're learning things from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we know everything that we've learned from these white people are lies. Okay? He's the father of lies. So I'd rather be with Yahweh Shem Yahushai as a soldier, you know what I'm saying? A soldier of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, than be against it, you know? Even if it cost me my life, I don't mind fighting for the Lord. You know, I just ask the Lord to I do ask the Lord to have mercy on me, and hopefully if his will be done upon me, I can be saved. But I gotta fight through a lot of darkness just to get to where I need to go. But I'm prepared, and I'm kind of not afraid, because we already know the beginning and the end, so it's kind of true. But you gotta fight through a lot. It's a lot of stuff coming. The end just not gonna come just because Russia is about to get into it, and we're seeing sparks of World War III. We're not gonna just skip to World War III and skip the MOTB. We're not going to do that. Like the prophet says, it's not going to happen. That prophecy got to come to pass. The mark of the beast must come to pass, okay? Before it before it really breaks down, because you got Jacob's trouble, MOTB, World War III, then you got the second coming of the Most High. His Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, the return of the Messiah. So, you know, but per se about all these things, you should be getting your butt ready, and you know, cleaning up, getting ready for the word. Getting ready, you know, taking the word, like taking the word, have understanding, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I'd rather be a soldier of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and serving the Lord than be out in this world just doing folly and waiting for the end to come, you know? And some people don't even pay attention to it because they're so scared. Some people got certain things that they just can't overcome. You better overcome being gay. You better overcome being addicted. You know what I'm saying? You better overcome being a gangbanger. You know, you better overcome just being wicked and plain, being atheist. You better get over that, believing all that universe stuff, because it stands that the prophecies of the Bible are real. The how about Shem Yahushai, the name Yahushai, this is his movie. You can't change what's going on. You can't change what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all real. You know, the Bible is the best book, and the Bible is the strongest book. Out of all the books in the world, it's only one book that's really doing damage, you know, to Yahweh, to Esau's world, to the white man world, you know what I'm saying? Because he picked it up, you know what I'm saying? I bet he should have thought smarter. Instead of stealing the word, he should have destroyed it. But you can't do that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, that's just what it is. And, you know, we got to fight our way through these white people and Jacob's trouble. You know, some of us are going to be marked with awesome power, you know, get blessed with awesome power. And some of us are going to be martyrs and die for the word. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai got our backs. And, you know, we know to trust in the Lord, you know. And 9 times out of 10, the Lord will save us. That's what we all hoping for us to be saved, you know. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai was like, you know what, I got y'all back, you know. You just got to believe. You have to believe that. You got to believe no matter what you go through, because it's going to be a lot. And we're going to get to that right now. It's going to be a lot. This is not just a short ride. This is a long ride, man. We on the highway to hell now. That's the truth. We on the highway to hell. So it says, for I will raise up against them, says Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and cut off Babylon, the name and the remnant, and an offspring and posterity, says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I will also make it a possession for the porcupine and marshes of muddy water. I will sweep it with the broom of destruction. You got to understand, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not happy. The Lord ain't happy, man. Y'all think that this is cool? You think that you let these pastors in these churches over there explain to you the Bible and they skipping upon the dark sands and the enigmas that need to be broken down, stuff that you need to hear? You wouldn't be sitting up there dancing and crumping and cheering if they spoke the truth. Amen to that. If they spoke the truth and you felt that fear that came from the book. Because that's why you think GMS is critic, because they broke down these parables, and the line upon line, precept upon precept, they broke it all down, and they feel that fear that Lord is talking about. You can feel it. You can feel it on you. Did you hear what he just said? This shit can't be made up. It's not funny. It says, for I will raise up against them, says Yahweh, and I will rise up against them. This is coming from the mouth of Yahweh himself. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is so mad at this white man. This is what he had to say. It say, for I will rise up against them, says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant. Y'all not gonna survive World War III. You're not gonna survive the nuclear day. You're not gonna survive when the Messiah comes back. It's gonna be a total slaughter. It's going to be total chaos and, total Warhammer. You know what I'm saying? But when the Messiah come upon the scene, it's going to be an obliteration. It's going to be an annihilation. And anybody join hand in hand with the white man going to get that smoke. Mainly the Israelites. They going to get that smoke. They sit up there playing and lollygagging. You only got so much time left before the doors of repentance close. You only got so much time left before Jacob's trouble arrives. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be on YouTube for too long now. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. Why you think the prophets is pushing it to the max? Trying to take in as many followers and trying to get the elect and seal them. You know what I'm saying? And take us in as much as they can. Take them in, take them in, take them in. Whoever coming, come on. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself cleaned up. Let's go. Let's get ready. Get spiritually prepared. Because the Lord is on his way. The Lord is coming. Let's just say that. He's coming. So it says, I will also make it a possession for the porcupine and marshes of muddy water. I will sweep it with the broom of destruction, says Yahweh. It says, Yahweh has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so it shall come to pass. And as I have proposed, so it shall stand. Meaning that, it ain't the Lord gonna see Esau crying and his family, his babies crying and kneeling and kissing the Israelites' feet. God said, I'm not, and then God come back and be like, nah, I'm not gonna destroy them. The Lord said, no, I promise that I'll get this bastard. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get your ass, white man. Oh, please don't kill us. Please don't hurt us. We'll do anything. I'm sorry. Lord, I'm sorry. You're going to have them really crying, and it's going to be emotionally challenging. But for those of us that, have been through so much hell, and we've been through so much slavery, and we know the truth, and we know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? We know the good and bad side of Esau, because, good and bad meaning that you got some white people that are not racist, and you got some that are not racist. You got some that are good, and some of them are evil. But God say, majority that they all the same. They're all the same. The Lord say they all a part of one body. They're all the same. Not one of them is good. But you do have those emotions, good and evil emotions inside Esau, Edom. But at the end of the day, they're going to be taken out. And the children still complain of an ungodly father, because you did all this, and then the white people going to be going to their kids. Going to their fathers and all like why the fuck you didn't tell us? Why the fuck you just didn't sit us down and let us know how bad that slavery was? What did y'all do? Who and why they, why they keep calling us Greeks? Why they keep calling us ancient Edom? They fucking parents know. These white people parents know, my nigga. They know. And they sometimes some of these parents, some of these white people know and been knowing for years. They gonna tell them, I've known for years. I couldn't find a way to tell you. You was living your life so nice. I gave you everything in the world. I just wanted you to live before these times happened. Now we got to pay back what we owe to the Lord and his children. I got to give you to the Lord. Don't feel bad. I even got to give my soul to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And then the children going to freak out even more. The Satan, white man children, the Edomites, they're going to freak out even more. Like, you condemn me. Yeah. I have to. How you think we got America? How you think we got all the nations in the world. We really did what the prophets say that we did. With those Israelite men, you know what I'm saying? Those of GMS, Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying? Those prophets is telling the truth. They were telling the truth. They are the true children of Israel, and we deserve what's coming to us. And if I gotta give you to the Lord, I can't tell them no. I gotta give you to them. I gotta give you your life is that's how I'm gonna pay back my debt. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm going to pay back. We've all known this. I just couldn't bring it out to tell my kids. I love the way they was living their life. You went to college. You know what I'm saying? You went to school. You got all the money. You got the brand new Ferraris. You got the Teslas. You got all the women. You got a big, prosperous family. Y'all got houses upon houses. But it came at a price. You had to pay for it. It came off the backs of slaves. You know? They spilled their blood. They built this place. Half the stuff that was created wasn't even by us. We stole all their ideas. We stole all that. And half the stuff that we made, we know that we took credit for it was because of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So the children shall complain of an ungodly father. Why did you do this? Why did you condemn us? Why didn't you tell us that we did this? How come you didn't tell us it was this fucking bad? Okay? It's that fucking bad, all right? You gotta pay a sea spread of blood, man. Each and every droplet is a life. You don't understand the debt that the white man gotta pay. You don't understand. That's a lot of blood. Like Yahweh Shai said, his garment's gonna be dyed red. His face is gonna be covered with blood. His head all the way down to his feet. It tells you also in the Bible, you're gonna be throwing around the white people dead bodies. You're gonna be so happy that they dead. You're gonna be throwing it around. God gonna crush them up and spread blood all over his people, and all the people gonna rejoice and be happy. They're gonna be dancing on your bodies. They don't understand the hell that's coming. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the hell that's about to come. It's not pretty. The Lord ain't happy. The Lord is actually, his feelings is hurt because his people won't come back. God has emotions too. And right now what God is saying is that his people don't believe, they won't come back. But God is also at the same time like, okay, some of them did come back. Some of them did convert. Some of them changed. I like that part. But where are my other kids at? The Lord is really a father, and people don't understand this, guys. I'm going to, if they don't come back, I'm going to release them plagues on them. I'm going to release the greatest plagues I can muster on them. I'm going to let out that sword. You're going to see guns you ain't never seen before. I'm going to let out great famine. You're not going to find a breadcrumb. You ain't going to be able to steal it from the rats. You see the rat coming and get the little breadcrumb and a nigga take it. You're not going to be able to, man, this shit about to get bad. But let me read some more and I got to charge my phone. It says, thus says Yahweh Shem Yoshai has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so it shall come to pass, and I proposed it, so it shall stand. God's not going back on his word, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, and on my mountain tread him underfoot. Then his yoke shall be removed from them. Exactly, Assyria is America, so he's talking about his children. We got a big-ass yoke of iron on us, spiritually, and his representation is them jobs, man. That's the yoke that's on us. So God was like, in order for me to remove that, I got to crash this system. The dollar going to crash. The economics are going to crash. Their government's going to crash. Then God going to grab the yoke of iron spiritually and break it off us and let Jacob loose. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's about to happen. The yoke of iron is cracking right now. It is. But it's not broke yet. God said, I'm going to break it off you soon. And you'll be able to get some payback, you know. The Lord said, but first wait. Because that's the first blow. God said, I'm going to throw the first blow. And then y'all can just do whatever y'all want. Because God said, I'm jumping in this fight too. He said, fear not thy worm, Jacob, I will help thee. You worm. Because we ain't nothing but worms, man, in the eyes of the Lord. But God say, I love this worm. You're not going to hurt the worm. It says, then his yoke shall be removed from them, and his burden removed from their shoulders. This is the purpose that is proposed against the whole earth. God I'm telling the whole planet. Because the planet is full, every nation is full of white people. And in the back of their ghettos, they got the children of Israel as slaves. In every single country and nation, there is a ghetto. Okay? You got to understand the triangular slave trade. You have to understand this. You got to understand this. And even in ancient Greece times, Alexander the Great, during those times of ancient Egypt, they had ghettos back there, and the Israelites was back there. Whenever we went off, we got sent into slavery. This one is just the worst one. And this one is the last one. So, you know, call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the name Yahushai. I'm going to bring out another part 2, but I got to let my phone charge. And it's on to the next video, as Apostle Gabar was saying. Shalom. Shalom.